Envision an enormous get-together that was played by incalculable stars, planets, and, what's more, evening glow playing together in a delightful way. In any case, one part of this that is clear is a group that has surprised space experts for a very significant time frame for exoplanets. Our normal planets found beyond buried our planetary framework, someplace down in the exquisite manner that you might be shocked to discover that among the huge amount of articles on the universe, exoplanets exist like Earth, consequently intriguingly comparable yet befuddling, that they could be the heavenly of our world. Subsequently, we dive into the enchanted region is found 4.2 light-years far off from the Proxima the Space Telescope on the James Webb is upsetting our awareness. Outing of these supernaturally conceited disclosures. Envision a time some other time when your brain tries AC cry the huge, the limitless nature of our life, the smooth way that is occupied by an overflow of the number of exoplanets is a quadrillion. 15 zeros are expected to enter this number. Imagine a scenario in which all of these exoplanets were a grain of sand size. We would simply feel the incredible gorge should go such a long ways as to make another world's first land achievement is a wonderful ravine 2.0 who might connect with a gigantic. It's frequently extraordinary that 20% or so of these astonishing build been arranged as Earth-like. By how much air, design, and geology it proposes that there is a 1 out of 5 possibility potential for being considered a twin of our planet, and the story is nowhere near finished. These planets might close them down, be terrible for another quadrillion moons. Our moon and a few satellites were caught in the moving floor, was struck by gravity with their parent universes. Assuming that you in some way decide how to ponder finding one more body and region that may or harbors life, the universe gives a abundance of chances given that we have scattered the substance existing apart from everything else to unbelievable scale is currently to present. The gifted skilled labor set up to paint is befuddling. The James Webb Space Telescope nuances this radiant Sherlock Holmes with its moved along combination point of convergence eliminated by central focuses that can be changed Rex. Indeed, even the best optical instruments were not examining any combination point, which is 6.5 m in 2.7 times more important mirrors, more notable than Hubble's envisioned the best data that it might isolate even in the billions of stars, little blasts light years away, then separated what is the unpretentious IES of planets encircle powers the James Webb Telescope to being moderate is more than simply perceiving power anyway. It's moreover truly dreadful advancement. Sensors are one illustration of development, and spectrographs. These instruments are able to do a lot, something other than notice. They can assess and station the checks with striking light made or addressed by fantastic interpretation related items. The thickness of their cools congruity. Furthermore, suddenly mass is going about as a space specialist who can decide whether a planet contains normal water blends or, indeed, even the James Webb Space Telescope can give oxygen. Answer these requests by lighting it from a genuine spectator of a judicious being. Virtuoso isn't, as it were, a development contrasted with its ancestor, Hubble. It's more equivalent to a quantum jump, assuming Hubble's revelations as you prepare for a genuine festival of remarkable disclosures in a comparable way as we expanded our analyze the complicated scene of the universe that is worth focusing on. One, the wonderful show has an express star since its disclosure in 2016. Proxima b, the shower planet, has been recognized as a Shakespearean legend that is full with capriciousness and astounding issues. Of cosmologists and advocates of humanity's the equivalent thing that is going on with all the battling as a fairly critical issue. Proxima is basically situated in our infinite zone. It requires 4.2 light-years from Earth to place in the setting simply in case, yet the general speed may be beat cut off and travel as quick as the speed of light would appear in a bit north of 4 years, or about a similar sum of time. The stuff for your top programmed to tumble into rehashes. So why don't we get in more on why this closeness is so? On a very basic level, we're inspecting a universe that reaches out past 93 billion light years extensive period, starting toward one side and afterward continuing on to the following, consequently finding a planet close, increasing present expectations for objective exploring resembles finding a jewel in a heap as large as Mount Everest pearl that could give data in regards to presence in the astounding winding of Proxima b in the universe is a fantastic express that provides us with a lot of clues that could rethink how we comprehend day-to-day environments in extraterrestrial life. Are not the distance between Proxima and Earth that invigorates experts who have been prepared. In any case, the enthralling signs, since this world isn't yet similar to Earth, maybe the Earth 2.0 Proxima sits, usually in what experts allude to as its parent star's viable zone, where the temperature is neither too hot nor incredibly cold, yet great for liquid water to live in. The fountains of vision immense, lakes, wandering streams, and maybe oceans is just about as profound and confusing as in the past. We start the Mariana Channel previously, longing for going to Proxima. We ought to consider some of its attributes that drive a solitary day on this captivating exoplanet. There is a radiant 11-day imagine introductory light. They give another day in expansion to loosen up leisurely, declining to give way to the dim and the holding up dust brilliant times. That picture taker's long time. It sounds so lovely, has huge ramifications for its environmental factors and maintainability. How should the biorhythms of people match the models on Proxima be of splendid and dull? Would we totally to consume 3 or 4 at the amount in a solitary day on that world on which we could rest? Comparatively, this extremely abnormal universe, the crucial delineations of life to the degree that we comprehend them to be all the albeit tantalizingly comparative and inquisitive, yet horrendously so. It's like nature is giving us a secret, encircled by a quandary, surveying our potential translations. What a conceivable planet. You might think about how we may assemble exact and dependable information about a world we haven't at any point been to. The James Webb Telescope sends every one of its capacities like a Swiss Goliath-equipped power, a sharp edge toward an object that is in excess of a telescope. It's a difficult examination lab in the room's vacuum in view of its cosmologists of imaginative advancement take note of and notice planets by means of a translucent cluster of judicious devices. Whatever would make CSI lab appear to be essential, utilizing progress. The Webb telescope spectrographs may crumble the scent light and reflected by these far-off universes, each component or combination in the climate of a planet clutches or transmits light at a explicit repeat. By zeroing in on these are occasions that specialists might utilize a far-off biopsy of heavenly bodies, deciding the thickness and air pressure as well as the potential presence of blends like water that are crucial for life. Natural carbon particles and even oxygen. Cosmology is not a genuine science in space. We try not to sit in space criminal science, inactively anticipating that hints should seem. We basically look for them, inspecting the molecules and particles that contain these complex universes. The eye above isn't, however, a Webb telescope, a profoundly specific testing research center master and an immense analyzer around the board. It empowers us to change our guesses and guesses about external universes into strategies to verify or refute that they are. Changing comprehension, we could unravel what might happen beyond our blue standard right accepting you have found the Explorer missions the generally bewildering had not just cutting-edge science, yet in addition created a philosophical and social considering the job of mankind in the operating system, the renowned image of the light blue speck, caught by a 1990 Explorer 1 voyaged, a good ways off of about essentially 3.7 billion km from Earth shone the solidarity. Also, delicacy of this one picture of our home planet has consequently developed into a portrayal of planetary information and an interest for care of the Earth. The gold mine accumulated by a Carl Shaw crew is still among the most charming relics of these. It goes about as a time container for missions bringing mankind's spirit to the record. Remember stars for expansion to music and encompassing commotions to invite you, however, further encoded logical information and pictures. It was expected to convey the variety of biological systems and civic establishments on Earth, astounding achievements for any outsider animals that may possibly come into contact with it. A very long time after their 1977 introduction, the Explorer space apparatus continued to ship off helpful data. Explorer 1 is currently the Earth's farthest man-made thing. Explorer 2, what's more, the rocket have both crossed the heliopause is the point between the sun-oriented breezes impact stops, and this achievement denotes the start of interstellar space, denoting the first direct human researching interstellar space, offering different viewpoints on the change from our nearby planet group to the world past anything they can gauge. Attractive fields, particles, and infinite beams. Interstellar space densities have changed our appreciation of this. The data got by unknown wilderness. The repercussions of the explorers stretch out past for the investigation of astronomy as well as of the conceivable effects of inestimable radiation on man. Interstellar endeavors from here on out, expecting the Explorer atomic it is, guess that controlled frameworks